Welcome to my tutorial for the Teagan Basketweave Tote. This pattern was first published in Homespun magazine in the December 2024 edition. The digital PDF can be purchased at rubywebs.etsy.com and rubywebscrochet.com. This is the perfect size tote for shopping, meeting your friends for coffee, or carrying your latest crochet project. This is an intermediate pattern and you should be comfortable with front and back post double crochet stitches. For materials, you will need 6 skeins of I Love This Cotton, which can be purchased at Hobby Lobby. I am going to use the color Parchment. This yarn is a bit lighter and softer compared to other worsted weight cotton yarns like Lily Sugar and Cream, so keep this in mind if you're substituting yarn, as it may affect the size and structure of your tote. We will be working with 2 crochet hooks today, a USJ 6mm crochet hook and a USK 6.5mm hook. You will also need a stitch marker, a yarn needle for weaving in your loose ends, and a measuring tape or ruler. Before I get started, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how this bag is made. So the bag is worked from the bottom up to the top, and you will be using a K 6.5mm hook for the bag and then a J 6mm hook for the trim. So the bottom of the bag is worked in rows, and then the remainder of the bag is worked in the round. So the chain 1, when making the rows, the chain 1 at the beginning of each row does not count as a stitch, and when you're working in the round, the chain 1 at the beginning of each round does not count as a stitch. And the finished measurements for the bag are approximately 12 inches tall by approximately 14 inches wide. So let's get started. We will be using 2 strands of yarn held together to make this bag. So you will want to start with 2 skeins of yarn, and you will pull 1 strand from each skein. We will also be using our K 6.5mm crochet hook to start. We will start off by attaching our double strand of yarn to our hook with a slip knot. We will now make a chain 33. So it should look like this. We will now place a single crochet in the second chain from our hook. That's my first chain, and then this is the second chain. Then you will place a single crochet in each chain to the end of the row. So second chain from the hook, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over, pull through your work, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. And to make things easier, you can always place a stitch marker in the top of that stitch. So when you turn and go back down row 2, you know where to place your last stitch. Okay, so there's 1 single crochet in the next chain. Insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull through your work. You should have a total of 4 loops on your hook. We would normally just have 2 loops on our hook, but because we're using a double strand of yarn, we'll have 4 loops on our hook. So yarn over, pull through those 4 loops, and we're just going to do this all the way down the row for a total of 32 single crochet. So I've made 2 so far. When you're doing this, make sure you don't get your chain twisted up. Like the right side of the chain should always be facing. So this would be the wrong side of the chain, the back side of the chain. So we want the front of the chain to be facing. So I've done 3. So let's do another. Okay, it should look like this so far. Okay, I'm going to just keep going here. So I've done 4. Okay, I'm coming to the end here of the row and I have 2 chains left to work into. So there's 1 and there is 2. All right, and we are now ready for row 2. So this is what it should look like. Let me zoom out. It should look like this so far. Okay, we will turn our work and then we are ready to begin row 2. Before I start row 2, I'm going to place a stitch marker in my first stitch here. And also I'm going to do one in the last stitch just to show you how you can use the stitch markers. If you're new to crochet, sometimes finding the first and last stitch can be kind of tricky. So this takes the guesswork out of it. You just place a stitch marker in that last stitch. Just like that. So when we turn and start row 2, we begin with a chain 1. But now you know exactly where to place that first stitch. It's just the marked stitch right here. So you're going to place a single crochet in the first stitch, which is this marked stitch, and it's the stitch at the base of your chain 1. So single crochet in that first stitch. And again, this is totally optional, but you can place a stitch marker in that stitch to make the next round easier. Now you're just going to place a single crochet in each stitch to the end of the row. So again, you'll have a total of 32 stitches. So I just did 1, 2, okay, there's 4, so it should look like this. Placing a single crochet in each stitch to the end of the row. Okay, I'm actually going to remove these because they keep hitting the table. I'm sure that's allowed. Okay, so I've done 6 single crochet. I'm just going to keep going and place 1 single crochet in each stitch to the end of the row. Okay, I'm coming to the end of the row. 2 stitches left to work into this stitch and then this last stitch. Okay, so it should look like this so far. Let me zoom out. Right, I'm going to turn my work and I am ready to start round 3. So for rounds 3 to 6, all you're doing is you are repeating row 2, and that's the row we just did. So I'm going to keep going and I will be back at the end of round 6. I just finished with row 6, and the piece should measure approximately 2 inches deep by 12.25 inches long. And if your measurements are a little different than mine, it's no big deal. This isn't a sweater or something that has to fit perfectly. So we are now ready to start working in the round. And so for round 1, we're going to turn our work. So we'll be going this way. And you may want to use stitch markers. This round is a little bit tricky. So what we'll be doing is we will place 3 single crochet in our first stitch. So you'll want to place a stitch marker in that first stitch because we'll be joining at the end of the round, and it'll just make it easier to see where to join if you have that first stitch marked. And you're going to place a total of 30 single crochet, 1 single crochet in each stitch down this row. And then you will place 3 single crochet at the corner. Okay, so I suggest before you even start, find that corner stitch. So you'll place 3 single crochet in the first stitch, then work a total of 30 single crochet, and then 3 single crochet in this corner stitch. Then you're going to be working down the side. So you will place 4 single crochet evenly down the side, and then 3 more single crochet at this corner stitch. I'm just going to mark that one with the stitch marker so I know where to place those 3 single crochet. And you'll be working down the foundation chain row here, and you will place a single crochet in the next 30 chains until you reach the next corner. You will place 3 single crochet in that corner, and then another 4 single crochet evenly up this side, and then you will join to the top of your first stitch. Okay, so we will start with the chain 1. We'll place 3 single crochet in that first stitch. And this is the stitch at the base of the chain 1. So there's 1. I'm going to place a stitch marker in that stitch so I know where to join at the end of the round. 2 more single crochet in that same stitch. And now you will place a single crochet in each stitch until you reach the corner. So 30 single crochet until you reach that corner stitch. Okay, so I am down to my first corner. I'm going to remove this stitch marker and place 3 single crochet in that corner stitch. So there's 1, 2, and 3. we'll place a total of 4 single crochet along this side. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it should look like this so far. Okay, we'll place 3 single crochet in the next corner stitch, which I've marked here with a stitch marker. There's 1, 2, and 3. And we're working along the other side of our foundation chain here. So 1 single crochet in each chain till you reach the next corner stitch. So a total of 30 single crochet. Okay, so this is what it should look like. Okay, be sure you just made 30 single crochet, because we are ready now to make 3 single crochet into the next corner stitch. I'm going to remove the stitch marker. 3 single crochet into that corner. Okay, now we're ready to work up the other side again. So we will work 4 single crochet evenly up this side. We are ready to join to the top of this first stitch that we marked here. So join with a slip stitch. All right, and we are ready for round 2. So we won't be turning anymore. So round 2 is very simple. We will just start with a chain 1, and we're just going to place a half double crochet in each stitch around, and then we will join to the top of our first stitch with a slip stitch. So again, you should have 80 stitches when you finish this round. So chain 1, you're going to make your first stitch into the stitch at the base of the chain 1. So yarn over, insert your hook into that first stitch, yarn over, pull through your work. You should have 6 loops on your hook because we're using a double strand of yarn. Normally you would just have 3. So yarn over and pull through all of those 6 loops. We're going to place a stitch marker in that first stitch so we know where to join at the end. Okay, now we're just placing a half double crochet in each stitch around. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through your work, yarn over, pull through all 6 loops. I'm just going to do this all the way around. And again, you should end with a total of 80 stitches. I lost my loop. All right, so I'm going to keep going and I will be back when I get to the end of this round. I'm coming to the end of round 2. I'm going around this last corner. All right, I have 2 stitches left to work into, this stitch and this stitch. This is not your last stitch right here. This is like the slip stitch from the previous round, so be careful there. Okay, I am ready to join to the top of my first stitch with a slip stitch. All right, we are ready to begin round 3. And if you're following along with the written pattern, in round 3, you're just going to repeat the stitch combination that I have in brackets all the way around. So we'll start with the chain 1 and we'll place a front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches, then a back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So you just will repeat that all the way around. Front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches, back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches, front post double crochet. You get the idea. And again, you should end with 80 stitches. So we'll begin with the chain 1. We will start with a front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So that's this stitch here, here, and here. So to make a front post double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook from front to back to front around the post of the first stitch, yarn over, pull through your work. You should have 6 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 4, yarn over, pull through 4. So we're going to do 3 more of these. Yarn over, insert your hook into or around the post of that next stitch, yarn over, pull through your work. You should have 6 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 4. So we've done 2 front post double crochet. I'm going to place a stitch marker in that first stitch again. Forgot. That way we know where to join at the end of the round. So we need 2 more front post double crochet. So insert your hook from front to back to front around the post of the stitch, yarn over, pull through your work, yarn over, pull through 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 4 loops. Okay, so we've done 3. I need 1 more. And then we are ready for 4 back post double crochet. So we'll place a back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So the back post double crochet is very similar to the front post double crochet. You're just going from back to the front to the back around the post. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through your work, yarn over, pull through 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 4 loops. So that's my back post double crochet. Let's do another. Yarn over, go behind your work and insert your hook from back to front to back around that post. Yarn over, pull through your work, yarn over, pull through 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 4 loops. And again, we're using a double strand of yarn, so we have double the number of loops on our hook. So I've done 2 back post double crochet so far. I need 2 more. Yarn over, insert your hook from back to front to back around that post, yarn over, pull through your work, yarn over, pull through 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 4 loops. Okay, so far we've got 4 front post double crochet and 3 back post double crochet. So 1 more back post double crochet. So it should look like this so far. So we're just going to repeat this all the way around. Your front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. I'm going to take this off because it's hitting my table. So I've done 3 front post double crochet. I need 1 more. Now I am ready for 4 more back post double crochet. Should look like this so far. Here's the 4 front post double crochet, the 4 back post double crochet, and 4 more front post double crochet. So now I need 4 back post double crochet. All right, I'm going to keep working and I will be back when I get to the end of this round. I am at the end of round 3 and I have 4 stitches left to work into. And the last 4 stitches will all be back post double crochet. So 4 back post double crochet in the last 4 stitches. So I have 1 more left right here. And we are going to join to the top of that first front post double crochet. So I have put my stitch marker back in to make it easier for you to see. We're just joining to the top of that first front post double crochet with a slip stitch. So this is what it should look like so far. So the sides of the bag should start to curl up. So this is the inside of the bag, and this is the outside of the bag, and this is the side that is facing as we work. For rounds 4 and 5, you will just be repeating round 3. You'll begin with the chain 1. And again, front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So when you're making front post double crochet right now, you're only working into front post double crochet stitches. Then you'll make another 4 back post double crochet, and again you're only working into back post double crochet stitches. So front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Okay, so we're just going to repeat that sequence all the way around the bag. So I've just done my first 4 front post double crochet and then 4 back post double crochet. So front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. All right, I'm going to keep working on this, and I will be back at the end of round 5. So in the next round, you're just going to be repeating the same round, okay? So be sure that your last 4 stitches are back post double crochet stitches. And then you just join to the top of your first stitch. This is when you get to the end of the round. And then, yeah, round 5, you're just repeating round 3. So I will be back at the end of round 5. So I just finished round 5, and this is what it should look like. So this is the inside of the bag, and you can see the sides of the bag are really starting to curl up nicely. This is what the outside will look like, and this is the bottom. So for round 6, you're just going to start with the chain 1, and then you will repeat, if you're following along with the written pattern, you will repeat the stitch combination that I have in the brackets, which is a back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches, and then a front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. You're just going to repeat that all the way around. So in this round, we will be working a back post double crochet into the front post double crochet stitches from the previous round, and front post double crochet stitches into the back post double crochet stitches from the previous round. That's what's going to give this that basket weave look. So we'll start with the chain 1. So back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So you'll be working into each of these front post double crochet. There's 1, 2, 3 and 4 back post double crochet. Now front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And again, we're only working into these back post double crochet stitches from the previous round. So front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Okay, so we're just going to repeat what we just did all the way around. So back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. It should look like this so far. That was my first stitch. So front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. But lost a loop there. Alright, so it should look like this so far. You're just going to repeat that all the way around. So in this round, you will end with 4 front post double crochet in your last 4 stitches, and then you will join to the top of your first back post double crochet with a slip stitch. So I'm going to keep working, and I will be back when I get to the end of this round. I am at the end of round 6, and I have 4 stitches left to work into. So I'm going to place a front post double crochet in each of those last 4 stitches. Okay, and I am ready to join to the top of that first stitch, which is this back post double crochet right here. Oops, lost my loop there. All right. So this is what it should look like so far. Okay, so for round 7 and 8, you are just going to be repeating round 6. Let me zoom in here again. So you will place a back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So this time, in this round, you're just repeating row 6. So your back post double crochet are only worked into back post double crochet, and then your front post double crochet are worked into front post double crochet. So you'll place a back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches, front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. You're just repeating round 6 all the way around. So for round 7 and 8, you will just repeat round 6. And then rounds 9 through 11, you will just repeat round 3 again. Rounds 12 through 14, you will repeat round 6. Rounds 15 through 17, you will repeat round 3. Rounds 18 through 20, you will repeat round 6. In rounds 21 through 23, you will repeat round 3. So I will be back at the end of round 23. I just finished with round 23, and this is what it should look like. And I am ready for round 24. And in this round, we are going to make the handles for the bag. So we'll begin with a chain 1. We're going to place a back post double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. And we're going to place a front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Now back post double crochet in the next stitch, and then a half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're ready for our first handle. So back post double crochet, and then a half double crochet. Okay, now we're going to make a chain 20, and then we're going to skip 20 stitches, and then we'll place a half double crochet in the next stitch. So chain 20, this will be our first handle. Now we're going to skip 20 stitches and place a half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, half double crochet in the next stitch. Be careful you don't get your chain all twisted up when you do this. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Front post double crochet in the next stitch, and then you're going to repeat what I have in the brackets 2 times. So front post double crochet in this last back post double crochet here. Repeat what I have in the brackets 2 times. So back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And then front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And we're going to repeat those 8 stitches again. So back post double crochet in the next 4. And then front post double crochet in the next 4. So I've still got one more back post double crochet. And so now we are going to repeat what's in the asterisk. So back post double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to make a chain 20 and then skip 20 stitches. This will be our second handle. Okay, skip 20 stitches and make a half double crochet in the next stitch. So front post double crochet in the next stitch. Back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. We're getting close to the end here. And front post double crochet in the last 4 stitches, and then we're going to join. All right, join to the top of that first back post double crochet with a slip stitch. Let's see what this looks like. All right, so you should have 2 handles at the end of round 24. All right, so we are ready to move on to round 25. So I am on to round 25. So we'll begin with the chain 1. We are going to place a back post double crochet in the first 4 stitches. Front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Back post double crochet in the next stitch. So now we're going to place a half double crochet in the next stitch, and then in each of the next 20 chains, and then in the stitch right after that 20th chain right here. So half double crochet in that next stitch. Now half double crochet in the next 20 chains. Front post double crochet in the next stitch, and you should be working into a front post double crochet stitch right here. Now we're going to repeat what's in the brackets 2 times if you're following along with the written pattern. So back post double crochet in the next stitch, or in the next 4 stitches. Front post double crochet in the next 4 stitches, and then we'll repeat those 8 stitches again after we finish these next 4 front post double crochet. So front post double crochet in the next 4, back post double crochet in the next 4, and then front post double crochet in the next 4. And we are about ready to work up our next handle. Okay, now we're just going to repeat what we have in the asterisks if you're following along with the written pattern. So back post double crochet in this next stitch, and that's a back post double crochet that you'll be working into. Half double crochet into the top of this next stitch. And then you're going to place a half double crochet in each of the next 20 chains. Half double crochet in the next stitch, front post double crochet in the next stitch. All right, back post double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Then front post double crochet in the last 4 stitches. All right, and then you're ready to join to the top of your first stitch with a slip stitch. And this is what it should look like so far. So we are now ready for round 26. And in round 26, we are just starting off with a chain 1, and we are going to place a single crochet in each stitch around. And be sure to place a stitch marker in the top of that first single crochet. I am going to keep working, and I will be back at the end of this round. I am at the end of round 26. I'm going to leave the stitch marker in place, and I'm going to join to the top of that marked stitch. And we are now ready to do our finishing round. We're going to switch to a J hook. And to make a reverse single crochet, you're just making a single crochet in the opposite direction. So if you're right-handed, you will be working to the right. And if you're left-handed, you will be working to the left. You're just going to make a reverse single crochet in each stitch around. So you're going to start with a chain 1. You're going to skip over that first stitch at the base of the hook. And you're going to make a single crochet in the opposite direction. This can be a little tricky at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty easy. Just going to do this all the way around. So it should look like this. You can see it gives it like this nice thick rope-like border along the edge. So it should look like this so far. So keep working, and I will be back when I get to the end of this round. I'm coming to the end, and I have 2 stitches left to work into. This stitch here, and then this marked stitch is where you'll place your last stitch. And you will just fasten off. Don't join. Okay, I'm going to remove the stitch marker. We're just going to fasten off and weave in that loose end. So when you're weaving in your loose end, what I like to do is I like to kind of come over and go back in just below where I fastened off there. And go back over again and then weave my loose end into the inside of my bag. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so it should look like this so far. Okay, and we are now ready to do the inner handle finishing. So for the inner handle finishing, you'll be using your J crochet hook again, and you're just going to attach your double strand of yarn to the corner with a slip stitch. We're going to make a chain 1, and this is going to count as our first stitch. I'm going to put a stitch marker in it just so I can see when I get to the end of the round. So we're going to skip over the stitch then at the base of the chain 1 because the chain 1 is our first stitch, and you're going to just slip stitch in each stitch along the front of the bag here and also along the handle. Then when you get to the end, you won't join. After you place the slip stitch in the last stitch, you just fasten off. Okay, I'm going to fasten off. Then I'm going to weave in my loose end again. Okay, we can remove that stitch marker. And weave your loose end into the inside of your bag. Okay, and be sure to weave in this other loose end too. So it should look like this so far. And so you will just repeat the inner handle finishing instructions for the other side of the bag, and then you will be all finished. So I'm going to do that and I will be back. Okay, so this is what it should look like when finished. I think this turned out really nice. I added a little shop tag to mine, and I get all of my tags from Birch and Cider on Etsy. She does a great job. So I hope you've enjoyed the pattern. Thank you so much.